الصوت يطلع هيك استلوا حتى كامله
شوي حمزه ارجع شوي شكل راس
لانه
الخبر الايرانيه شو وحده الفارس.
Good morning, everybody. General Gaye will say a few words, and then we will have 2 questions. Thank you. General.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Since our last press encounter, UNSMIS continues to implement its mandate, its task, as per Resolution 2059. I have reoriented the activities of our observers to monitor the level of violence and the use of heavy weapons. It is clear that violence is increasing in many parts of Syria. The indiscriminate use of heavy weapons by the government and targeted attacks by the opposition in urban centers are inflicting a heavy toll on innocent civilians. Our patrols are monitoring the impact of this violence, visiting internal displaced people and hospitals. This is why we have intensified our efforts to facilitate local pause to enable assistance to be provided to civilians. I deeply regret that none of the parties has prioritized the needs of civilians. The fighting continues, and I continue to remind the parties of their obligations to respect international humanitarian law and to protect civilians. The conflict has gone on too long, and far too many people are suffering. Concerning the future, UNSMIS has 6 days to go. We will continue to the last minute of our mandate to urge the parties to move from confrontation to dialogue. I call on the parties to cease military operations and come to the table. I am just back from a meeting with the government. I made this appeal, and we had a team who visited the opposition outside this country this week and made the same appeal. United Nations is ready to support political dialogue between and among Syrians. Thank you.
Let us take a couple of questions. Yes, please.
General, what do you consider the most worrisome details in the increasing violence?
What do you consider
the most worrisome details in the
things of most concern in the violence?
Violence is something that we need to have a look in an entire way. Is it the use of heavy weapons? Is it the displaced persons? All these demonstrations of violence are something that we should condemn, because they are the demonstration of a mindset, the mindset of a military logic. And we are again appealing for this mindset to shift to a mindset of dialogue. All the demonstration of violence, those who are suffering of it, they will tell you that my violence is the most worrisome. So I will not make a difference between each one of them. I just make again an appeal for the shift from confrontation to dialogue.
Okay, one more question. Kenda?
What is happening is that, as you know very well, we have reduced our footprint in some localities, mainly Aleppo, because of the developments. In a later stage, we have no option than to relocate temporarily our people in Damascus. It is because of the limitation in our capacity since we have suspended the operations, you remember that very well, though we have reoriented to monitor the violence, we need less people to do this monitoring. It's why we have reduced our strengths in this country, but till the last minute, the remaining 100 observers, along with our civilian colleagues, we will operate till the last minute.
Okay, one question in Arabic, last question. Yes, please. The question is about the kidnapping of the journalists. What is UNSMIS planning to do about the kidnapping of the Syrian journalists?
Shukran Sayyidati, what are your expectations in terms of action vis-à-vis our mandate?
ما هي توقعاتك منا بناء على الوصاية تبعتنا بالنسبة لهذا الموضوع؟ Okay. So she's repeating again that there's been an assault on the media, attacks on the media. What is UNSMIS going to do?
Whatever the country, you know, our United Nations is committed to the freedom of action of the press and the media. In this country, the press has a tremendous role to play. So we cannot but condemn any violence against the media coming from any of the sides.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.